Weather. It's hard to believe we were in the 50s not too long ago, so
doesn't feel like it now.
Some cooler air headed our way. But time for this day in history again. January 17th, on this day back in 1916, the Professional Golfers Association, the PGA, was founded. So in the years since 1916, when it was first founded, the PGA has grown into one of the world's largest professional sporting associations. So it is very popular with many. I am not a golfer, but I can appreciate it. It seems like a nice sport to partake in, but I haven't really done much of it. The most that I've done with golfing is Topgolf.
The most that I've done with golfing has gone to Waste Management, and we all know that's not a lot of golfing for people attending. So.
Yeah, for all the golfers out there, that was the day that it was first founded, 1916, so it's been around a while. 1922, Betty White was born, or we're out of order here. This is Popeye. We'll go forward. Betty White was born on this day in 1922. It's also National Classy Day. They chose her as an example for this, as, you know, her vibrant personality and her humor.
Yes.
You could say she was a classy lady. She brought a lot of smiles to people's faces. We also have some other birthdays on this day. In 1962, Jim Carrey was born.
Just watched Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Okay, I watched The Grinch not too long ago.
There you go.
So that was my
last. Two very different movies.
Yes. 1964, Michelle Obama was born.
Okay.
So some notable figures born on this day. And now we'll go back to Popeye. Popeye, the Sailor Man, was made his first appearance, I should say, in the comic strip Thimble Theater. So I haven't actually heard of this. It's not called this now. He was originally created as a minor character, but he became really popular, and they renamed the comic after him. It's now, of course, named Popeye, and he has appeared in several different kinds of entertainment since his creation. So comic strips, cartoon episodes, books. Yeah, I think I watched a few Popeye episodes.
Eat your spinach, kids.
But yeah.
Love it.
The more you know.
The more you know. What a great cartoon.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next.